film really centers around these two characters, Dwayne being a CIA agent and Kevin being just an everyday kind of 9-to-5 business guy who used to be friends in high school. And Dwayne's character, Bob, idolizes Calvin, who Kevin plays.
What really caught my attention was the idea of taking this premise and taking a model that had worked in the past of a two-hander and flipping it on its ear and putting me in the comedy role, if you will, and putting Kevin Hart, who is the world's most successful comedian, on fire and putting him in the straight man's role. But just in that model. And when I say that, the comedy cross-intersects along the way. So I think it was a combination of a really good script and putting me in a scenario where I had to stretch and work some different muscles, and putting Kevin in a role where he had to stretch and work some different muscles. And then somewhere we meet in the middle.
The buddy cop genre is, or buddy picture is, it's one of my favorites. And when it's done right, it's just such a great time at the theater, right? But a big part of that is the two leads, the two buddies, right? The chemistry between those two. And that's not really a function of directing. It's not even really a function of writing, although it is to some extent in terms of setting up scenarios and situations and writing an Oscar and Felix character, writing two characters that don't see things the same way, that react differently to the same stimuli, right? But it's a function of that magic pixie dust of film, right? It's something you cross your fingers for and hope you get, and we certainly did in Central.
I love being physical, man. I love the action element in a film in general. You're getting to do things that you can't do in real life, which is always fun. Jumping out of buildings, car chases, gun shootouts, all of those type of things are fun. And when you can add a comedic tone to it, it just enhances it so much more. So I've been lucky enough to work with some great people, and working with DJ is actually one of the biggest bonuses, man. He's a good guy. We play around a lot with Silly, but he's one of the best to do it. And I think in this film, the camaraderie that we have definitely helps, because being friends off screen allows you to do more when you're on screen, because we have that high level of comfort with one another.
The coolest element about this whole thing, it's not Kevin's comedy, because obviously he's a genius. It's not my good looks, as I humbly say. The coolest thing about this is that my character, Bob, has a real love and affection in a hero worshiping kind of way to Kevin's character. It was like that in high school, and it's never gone away. And I love the idea that these are two grown men who are running around trying to save the world through all these crazy antics. But yet at the same time, my character looks at him like, man, you're just the best.